Hello again guys, 2E0VOV. Playing with a replicating a par end-fed or end-feds half-wave antenna. Basically this is a 3-band version, 10, 20 and 40. I'm using a 10-meter fishing pole or roach pole, which I used for many a project before. Convenient, nice and light. Anyway, so basically we're on the rough setup at the moment, and if I just scan up there a bit, hopefully the camera will catch it. Hopefully, there we go, and there we are. You can probably see the choke. I will give you more info on it in a minute. Overall length, probably, I don't know, probably about 12.5, 13 meters, I suppose, the actual element, somewhere in that region. Now, I followed some guides that I found from online. As usual, you get more than one opinion on how to do any antenna. Some work, some don't. So for me, I've made my matcher as basically my transformer, 2 twisted pair, followed by another 14, I think it was 14 single all the way around. Now, when I say things vary, I mean you start off with the information that some people tell you that on various forums that they've done it and it's worked for them, and you get different opinions on how many turns you should have on the core. You get different opinions on what capacitance works and what doesn't. So I will just tell you what's worked for me and show you the results, and you take it from there. Now you may notice there's a bit of a strange going on in here. Now, simple answer is, nearly every website I check on, everybody says 150 picofarad capacitor on the input will drag your 20 and 10 meter resonance in line, so they should both basically dip around the same amount or same point. Well, mine didn't. My lowest point was about 14.2 meg on 20, when it was about 29.3 on 10. So to correct that, I've had to play with various capacitance, and I've ended up getting down to 100 picofarad. In a strange fashion, as you may see, I've effectively put 2 in parallel, those 2 in parallel there, and then fed in series to this one. So there's 3 in there, 150 picofarad each, but they actually give the equivalent of 100, and that squared things up lovely. Now the dip is in the right place. So anyway, moving on from that, so the core in there, FT140 43, wrapped in plumber's tape for the risk of arcing, etc. It's just a cautious way of dealing with it. Okay, stainless fittings as I always use. The box there is about 100mm, 9800, something like that. So anyway, single wire, obviously, because it's a half wave. No counterpoise, because the way it's working is intended for portable. So it goes all out the pole and then down, and after that it's just nylon all the way down, just literally to hold the tail out in a workable fashion. So moving on over to the meter. Okay, now it's quite narrow banded in 40, which is understandable because it's choked. Let's reset that a minute. Sat here dormant too long. Right, here we go. So you're looking at about 100k width, so about 7.12, so 1.2 to 1, about 54 ohms. We can't argue over that, can we? I mean, at the end of the day, the coax can change that, the length of your coax. Anyway, no problem with that. As I say, if you wanted to look at it as a sense, you could say from about an SWR of about, let's say 1.5 will take you from, in this particular case, 7075 we'll say, and up to the top would be, if you're staying in the band of 1.5, 100k. Look at that. So it's not bad, let's be fair, it's not bad at all. So moving on, 14 meg. Now I can't get this to run as low as I'd like, but it doesn't matter, and you'll see why in a moment. Lowest point is around there, about in, yep, 1.4, best I can manage at the moment. But to be fair, the antenna is trapped at the moment between many various things, including swings, fences, garage, and there's a metal roof on that garage, so I won't worry too much at the moment. The impedance is still, oh dear, however, look where our finger is. The impedance 47, not bad. Moving on to the 10. This is about as flat as it gets, is around there, 1.2, but let's say if you got about 4, still 1.2, so good little antenna. Good little antenna, it seems to be doing alright. We'll wait until we get it out of being boxed in so tight with trees and garages and so on, and we'll see what results we get then. But yeah, I'm impressed. It certainly looks like it's going to do a good job. So anyway, wait until we see next time on the air, and we'll give it a proper test. 2E0 VOV saying 73s to the next update. Bye bye.